All right, my name is Captain Irving, and you're in F Troop. Now, oh, kitty.
Engines! Engine attack! Indian! To the parapets, man!
Bear in mind, this is Vanderbilt raising the alarm. Right before he climbed up to the tower, we watched him salute a horse. Maybe somebody with working eyeballs should check things out before we go into panic mode.
There's millions of it!
Vanderbilt, will you cut that out? There ain't no Indians in here yet.
Sorry about that, Dobbs.
I rest my case. And from the moment Get Smart debuted 6 months earlier, nobody ever said sorry about that in a normal tone again. The men are lined up on the parapet shooting non-stop. Are they paying any attention to what they're shooting at? O'Rourke, not really. He has other things on his mind.
Why can't I have a furlough, Captain?
I told you, Sergeant, it's in the manual under Indian uprisings, no time off during.
He'd like to go back east and visit some old friends, considering he's coming up on his 25th anniversary in the Army. Still, rules are rules.
Engines? Vanderbilt! Them ain't no engines!
The Indians, why are they wearing feathers?
Oh, the Miliagris Galapavo tribe. Defend the fort, men. Fort successfully defended, sir.
Scrappy little devil, wasn't he?
Though not without casualties, mostly teeth. O'Rourke is still trying to find an angle to get that furlough. He has multiple reasons.
What's the rush? I read someplace the East is going to be there for years.
That what did you read about our souvenirs? They're going to be in the Hakawee camp for years if I don't find a big buyer, and soon.
Somehow with O'Rourke, it always comes back to O'Rourke Enterprises. He wants Agarn to help him get that furlough. There's just one small problem with that. Agarn has no idea how. And he's sure the captain won't listen to a lowly corporal. But since his share of the profits depend on him doing it, he'll try.
Unfortunately, we can't afford to spare him, not even for a moment. Indians and that sort of thing. However, I've come up with a better idea. We'll give him a surprise testimonial dinner.
Agarn thinks that's a great idea, though it doesn't do much to help the souvenir situation.
It's beautiful. That is just beautiful, Captain. Beautiful. Dobbs, isn't that beautiful?
Not to me. If I had my druthers, I'd rather go home and see my friends.
The captain says, we'll do the next best thing. We'll bring his friends here. He assigns Agarn to wheedle the names of all the friends O'Rourke wants to go see, and they'll bring them here for the celebration. So Agarn will do the espionage while Dobbs writes everything down for him.
You mean you didn't even ask him?
I couldn't, Sarge. He kept falling off his chair. Too bad you don't have an emergency back east like a sick friend.
You do have a friend, don't you?
Wilma.
Who?
Wilma McGee.
Wilma McGee.
What are you shouting about?
Sorry, Sarge. It's such a pretty name. And who is Wilma?
His old girlfriend. When he enlisted to fight in the Mexican War, she said she'd wait for him, and she did. She got married while she was waiting, which was likely for the best, but now she's widowed and probably available. She'll be at the top of the list.
Husband died and left her a big business. Don't tell me you never heard of the McGee Emporium in Brooklyn.
As I said, she'll be at the top of the list. Over the next few days, Agarn and Dobbs compile a massive list, and O'Rourke doesn't have a clue. This may turn out to be the best surprise of his life, especially since Agarn is lining up some top-shelf entertainment.
Wild Eagle, the captain's counting on you. You gotta come up with something.
Hey, Glenn, maybe big hit at party. Do magic.
Crazy cat, they #1 magician. Show trick, Crazy.
You bet him. Corporal, need him watch. Also need him neck hanky.
The third item he needs is a hammer, and you can guess the rest. Wild Eagle says, I can tell the story of how our tribe got its name. I think most of us can guess, but go ahead anyway, Chief.
Glad you ask. Many moons ago, tribe leave Massachusetts because pilgrims ruin neighborhood. Tribe travel west, over stream, over river, over mountain, over river, over stream. Then come big day. Tribe fall over cliff. That when Hakawee get name. Medicine man say to my ancestor, I think we lost. Where the heck are we?
It was already an old joke, but people kept using it. In 1986, Ray Stevens did a song called Camp Where the Hakawee, to name just one example. To tell the truth, if you listen to it once, you'll understand why it's a deep cut and was never a single. Speaking of single, that's how the guest of honor intends to spend the big night. He wants to sit in his barracks and sulk, and nobody can persuade him to come have a drink at the saloon with him.
I don't generally like to pull rank, Sergeant, but this is your captain making the request, so let's get started for the saloon, shall we?
Meaning no disrespect, when I'm off duty, I don't have to go nowhere. Yes, sir.
He's right. The captain can even cite the regulation from memory.
You can invite a horse soldier to sarsaparilla, but you cannot make him drink.
Well, I can. No.
Problem solved. Dobbs, you know what to do. I think he's figured it out. He's ready to start the shindig with a nice traditional Irish song.
Shake hands with your Uncle Mike, me boy. Shake hands with your sister Kate. And here is the girl you used to swing down on the garden gate.
Sarge, shake hands with them later. We got a show to put on.
This is your night, Sarge, but you're not allowed to do any of the things you really want to do. Instead, we'll listen to Wild Eagle and the Hakawee Glee Club.
My wild Irish rose.
Should let O'Rourke sing Donegal. At least Forrest Tucker can sing. In fact, he was very good. I first discovered that in Indianapolis in 1967. My parents and I drove there for one of my dad's lodge gatherings, and they had lots of cool things for us to do. We were supposed to see a mock race at the Indy Speedway, but it got rained out. Thankfully, a stage performance of The Music Man didn't. Forrest Tucker was the lead, Professor Harold Hill, and he brought the house down. It was unforgettable. Talk about a multi-talented person. And for the moment, Agarn still won't let him showcase that talent. Instead, it's time for a little spoof of This Is Your Life. Do you recognize this voice?
That's Miss Voorhees.
Right, your third grade school teacher, Ella J. Voorhees.
Hey, Miss Voorhees.
Wait, you're not Morton O'Rourke.
Agarn told Dobbs to watch his spelling. On the other hand, if his parents named their boys Morgan and Morton, they may have been a little masochistic.
Well, no, Morton's my kid brother. I'm Morgan O'Rourke. You must remember me.
They said Morton. Oh, you're the little bounder that put the frog in my teapot. I would...
O'Rourke isn't sure his head can take much more celebrating, but the next voice makes him smile.
Well, now, look at her. How you haven't changed a bit. The same golden hair and the same lovely eyes, the same gorgeous figure.
Oh, it's good of you to say that, and me with 8 children and every blessed one of them praying for a father.
Shake hands.
Yep, that voice made him smile, briefly. The next 2 voices are his pals from the Mexican War, Mike O'Hanlon and Jim Sweeney. Sweeney is the sheriff of Tombstone.
Who's that one? This is Mike O'Hanlon, another pal of mine. That's Jim Sweeney.
O'Hanlon?
Hey.
That's the Canary Kid, the biggest outlaw in the West. All right, why don't you just stand back here, Morgan?
Oh, now, wait a minute. This is my night. Morgan!
So, Sergeant, you said you wanted to spend your big night ducking a gunfight.
All right, now this is my night, and I'm going to sing Donegal if it's the last thing I do.
And if Agarn stops him this time, he may lose some teeth. It may potentially get me demonetized, even though this is a public domain song, but I'm willing to take the chance. Let's listen to Forrest Tucker.
Shake hands with your Uncle Mike, me boy. Shake hands with your sister Kate. And here is the girl you used to swing down on the garden gate. Shake hands with all the neighbors and kiss the Collins all. You're as welcome as the flowers in May in dear old Donegal. There came Brannigan, Franahan, Milligan, Gilligan, Duffy, McCuffy, Malarkey, Mahone, Rafferty, Lafferty, Donnelly, Connolly, Dooley, O'Hooley, McDonald, Malone, Madigan, Cadigan, Lanahan, Franahan, Fagan, O'Hagan, O'Houlihan, Flynn, Shanahan, Lanahan, Fogarty.
Having seen his talent in action for myself, I doubt he was using cue cards. He was the type who would memorize the whole thing or know the reason why. And he finally gets to do his big night his own way. How ridiculous is that? And in the epilogue, we learn that Wilma is giving him a nice big souvenir contract, so O'Rourke Enterprises is rolling again. But I'd be looking over my shoulder if I was in his spot, because those 8 children are still out there, lurking, watching, waiting. If you're enjoying this, be sure to click the thumbs up button to show you like it. If you're not subscribed yet, punch me in the face right here and get it done. And don't forget that you can become a patron and help keep this kitty fed. The link is below. Until next time.